It's been a long fucking couple of days, and I look like a cracked out David Banner. So, let's just get right to it. The likelihood of me doing an October show is out. Okay, I'm gonna keep training. I'm gonna keep dieting really hard. Well, as hard as possible, because we'll get into that. November is a no-go because I can't get time off from my job, because for people that work within the television news industry, there are 3 times of the year that we just can't take off due to us being in the ratings period. And November is one of those months. So, that November show is out. October is possibly out as well. But let's get to the past couple of days. So, if you haven't been following me on social media, my fucking house has bats in it, right? So me and my wife were asleep, and she hears fluttering going around, and I kind of hear it, but I'm not registering it because I'm tired and I got to get up the next day to train, which would have been yesterday. She wakes me up and it's like, Larry, there's bats in the room. Like, there's not no fucking bats in the room. She was like, look by the TV, turn on the light, no bats. She's like, there's a bat in here. I'm like, oh Lord, there's not a bat in here. There's not a bat in here. The next thing I know, I see a fucking bat by her head on the cover. All right, so I told her, don't move, throw the cover on top of it, told her, get out the fucking bed. That's the fastest I've seen her move since she's been pregnant, because she's out there right now. So, call the police call animal control. We get the bat out the house. There was another fucking bat in there that we didn't know. We had to call the police again. Animal control again. They get it out. I'm thinking, okay, we cool. There's another fucking bat in the goddamn house. Okay? So, I was up for almost 24 hours yesterday. Got some decent sleep when we got done with it, right? Still, had to go back to the house, get some shit, because we can't stay there. Long story short, they're in the vent system somehow. Bats are federally fucking protected during their mating season because they're, get this, an endangered fucking species. This shit I did not know. So nothing can be done, because I have a colony somewhere in that fucking home. I have a colony. And unfortunately, the landlord, who's been absolutely great through all this and trying to work with us, she can't do anything, we can't do anything, because bats are fucking in my house. So, that's fine. On top of that, I have a newborn on the way that'll be here in less than 2 fucking weeks. And I just, here's the great part. Here's the great part. So don't get bit by a dog. Don't have bats in your crib. Don't get bit by a squirrel, because rabies shots, yeah, it's a series of shots, if you didn't know, and it's $50,000 fucking dollars for rabies shots. Rabies. In any event, we're still going to continue. Thank you for listening to me rant. I'm sorry. We're still going to continue with getting ready for the show, but like the past couple of days and the next day or so, like, it's going to be touch and go for a minute. I'm still going to eat the food. I'm still going to do the cardio. But yeah, stress is just high. I'm tired. Yes, I took a pre-workout at 11:15. No, I don't care if you approve. The shit is like literally at this point blunt force trauma. So I'm going to pound my dick. I'm going to pound my dick into the dirt tonight. It's not going to be a very heavy quad day, but I'm gonna have some fun today, or it's a leg pump day, whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna get right to it. I'm sorry guys for being in such a shit mood, but it's a lot going on, and I really didn't expect to have this go on. So, but in any event, let's get moving. Let's try to get some positive vibes going, and we'll go from there. We're at Bob's Fitness Center here in Bellevue. Omaha Pros this weekend, and if you're watching that show, I'm asking you to watch out for the women's division, because one of my guests, his girlfriend, Hunter Henderson, world famous powerlifter, is competing, and I believe this is gonna be her first, and one of her first two only amateur shows, because my prediction is that she will go pro this year. All right, and this is her first show, so watch for pictures. If you're here in Omaha, go watch her this weekend. I won't be there because I have to work, but in any event, we're gonna train hard tonight, so let's get going.
All right, starting out with some lying leg curls. This was a session that was done last Thursday. I do believe, last Thursday leading into Friday. It was very, very late, as I showed you at the beginning. What I wanted to do here is just profile another way that I'm doing leg pump as well. This time is at Bob's Fitness. So starting out with some high rep leg curls on the Prime Fitness machine, emphasizing the middle to end range of the movement. If you have a chance to use this kind of machine that uses variable resistance, I encourage you all to do so. So a little bit on my situation right now. Today is Monday, that is July 12th. And like I said, this took place on last Thursday leading into Friday morning. So not only did I have bats, or I do have bats in my rental home, I am also I'm also dealing with a blackout right now. So I'm actually on day 3 of no power at my home. So that's been absolutely fun. But before I get into any more of that, I just want to show this piece of equipment by Roger's Strength, which is a kind of a reverse glute ham. So instead of doing it the normal way like you would on a reverse hyper bench, it's a different way. You just push it down. You get a little bit of quad, but a lot of it is hamstring and glute. Jury is still out on this one. I've used it before. I know a few people don't like it because of the strength curve and the drop off, and I didn't get into all of that because quite frankly I don't know much about it. But what I do know is that when the weight gets heavy enough, you can really feel it in your hams and glutes. Now with that being said, you kind of have to put your back into extension to get the weight unracked. I am not a big fan of that. However, that is me. Some people can do it with no problem. But in any event, did 3 sets here, and 2 of those top sets are what you see on the bar right there. I know Brian Shaw uses it. I know he has it in his gym, so I wanted to go ahead and try it as well. But back to my situation. So I have no power. I have bats in my home, and I don't know if my freezer full of food is fucked. It was still frozen yesterday, but that was yesterday afternoon. So storms rolled into Omaha on a Friday-ish, I want to say, and knocked out power for a lot of the city. So like I said, I'm going on day 3 of no power. Luckily, I'm at my mother-in-law's house and kind of getting things done. But I also want to talk to you guys about the show that I'm planning on doing, which is now next year. It's just too much going on, and originally I had pushed it to November to try to really dial it in. Unfortunately, due to the nature of my job, I'm not allowed to take off during November because that is the ratings period, and that is a very important time for television news, especially on the local level. So instead of trying to really hurt myself, what I did is I just decided to go ahead and shut down prep and try again next year. So yes, I lose a year. Yes, it does suck, but it's something that I need to do because I don't want to be a grouch around my newborn. I don't want to be a grouch grouch around my wife around this important time. I don't want to be a grouch around my son. I'm still going to try to push my body weight down. I'm still going to try to get as shredded as possible, but my time frame is a little bit longer, and just keep trimming some butter. Not ideal, but it is what it is, and you just have to go from there. So the exercise that you're seeing now is a west side barbell inverse curl. We also have this at Iron Heaven. So this is now a regular part of my routine, my pump day routine. This will bulletproof your hamstrings and make them really, really strong. I put on 3 plates to counterbalance myself. Worked like a charm. And, as soon as we get stronger, we'll just go ahead and rack some of those weights up and just really push our hamstring development even more. But the inverse curl is great, but if you could do a regular glute ham raise, that will be ideal as well. For this, nothing to see here really. Just warming up the quadricep, getting it ready for some of the other work that's to follow. Again, this is a pump workout, so I really just focused on getting a lot of blood inside the muscle. Keeping the volume in check so I don't do a whole bunch of goddamn volume for these workouts. And I'm liking it so far. Right now I'm up to 6 days a week of training. That is on Monday is legs, Tuesday off. Wednesday is back, Thursday is legs, Friday is chest and shoulders and triceps, sometimes triceps. Friday is back yet again, or not back, chest, shoulders, triceps is Friday. Saturday is back yet again, that's the pump day. And then on Sunday we have arms. So I go by the old saying, if you want to look like you lift weights a lot, and that's what I'm planning on doing right now. This right here, that is the hamstring emphasized leg press. Notice how high my heels are on the platform, where my toes are off. Just as when you lower the platform and have your heels off the platform going down, that affects more quadricep. When you reverse engineer it, you get this beauty of an exercise. And this is an old school flex machine leg press. You've seen it in many Charles Glass Battle for the Olympia videos. Well, it's right here in Omaha as well. So that's what I like to use. And notice how I'm touching my hamstring. When I'm having trouble connecting with a muscle, I will touch it lightly with my shoulder, with my muscle that I'm working. So it may be the hamstring, it may be the quadricep. So that's just something that I like to do. And you don't have to do it, please don't. That's just the way I'm doing things right now. It's worked for me in the past, and I'm just going to try it again. Let's see if I can get into some really good top quality shape. So let's move to this exercise down here. This is another west side barbell type of machine. This is the quad and hip developer, according to what west side barbell says it is. I just got a really good stretch in the quadriceps. I'm not sure if I want to label it a builder or anything like that. But what I will say is that after you just beat the absolute living shit out of your quadriceps and you have access to this machine, then I would recommend you get this machine. It's like a, I'm trying to think of what it could be. Like sissy squat. Yes, it's a sissy squat. I like this thing a lot. Now, will it be part of my regular routine? That's remains to be seen. But I think on my heavy days, if I do make it to Bob's, I'll actually like to throw this in and really just try to push the envelope to see how strong I can get and see how many plates I can move off of that machine to benefit me as much as I would like it to.
That's it. I got no more. It is about 1:40 in the morning. Fodger comes in literally a couple hours. Just tired, y'all, but what can you do? If anybody's ever played the game Doom, beautiful, legendary game. There's a motto in it. It's called Rip and Tear. that is my motto until October 2nd. I will rip, I will tear, and I will get to where I want to look, or at least a fraction of it. Just getting some obstacles right now. Not fun, but what can you do? Let's rip and tear. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like and subscribe. Hope I drop some jewels in there for you. If there's anything you want to see, please let me know. Got back pump day on Saturday, so hopefully I'll get that on film. But if not, I will at some point. So talk to you later, guys. You have a good one.